Hey!
Hey, we're live.
We're live. Cool. So, welcome to episode 10 of Renegade Podcast with Scott. Oh, there he goes. And now
it's happening
Oh,
again.
he's already started.
No.
It was fine all the way through pre-podcasts. As soon as I hit live, he becomes a Mr. On. So, let's head down the line, introduce yourselves, and tell me, with E3 starting next week, what are you expecting this year's, thing to be? Like, there was, the year that everyone tried to shoe in motion controls, and, everyone... What is happening, man? The year that
It's going crazy.
Everyone tried to have, VR integration and whatnot. What do you think is going to be this year's thing?
Starting with me, I guess. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
What is happening, man?
Who knows? This is me. So I'm Scott, and I think the new thing this year, they're going to go back to bringing back some single player. Yeah. I think they're going to bring back some single player games. I think it's about time to. They've learned a lot of problems. A lot of multiplayer stuff has come back, and I think maybe the Bethesda or Ubisoft will bring back something single player like. And I really need to unplug or fix this one. Right, I gotta sort this out. Go on. That's me then.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, go.
Right. Oh, sorry. I am Hoi. And as for E3, what shtick are they gonna use this time around? I don't know. Instead of controls, you're using gloves, and then you play with your fingers instead. I don't know. They always go with the most random things ever. I mean, VR was just why, people? Why?
VR was a good idea, but it wouldn't work.
I don't know. I think the problem was the library for the VR was just so small and so irrelevant, so that it was it's fun for an hour or so, but then it just gets a bit old.
There is one title that I found recently that came out that if I got a VR, if I got a Vive or an Oculus or something, I would play the hell out of this, and that is Beat Saber. It's sort of VR DDR.
Oh, I've seen videos of that one.
You have two sticks,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
red, and you have to there's cubes in front of you and
Yeah, I
stuff.
thought you said Beam Saber, and I was instantly thinking of No More Heroes.
Is there a new No More Heroes game?
Yes, it's coming out on the Switch. No More Heroes 3.
Nice. But yeah, that is the only game I would want VR. That's it.
No, every horror game, definitely.
Horror game.
Do
Yeah,
we not have VR horror games already?
We got a couple.
Yeah.
The Inpatient.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one I want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello, I'm Bobby, and I think that it's better to stop innovating. It's okay. We have new stuff. We have VR. We have motions. Done.
So you don't think there's going to be a thing this year?
No.
Alright.
Or at least it's gonna be multiplayers, online, even more.
Oh, Scott's back, and he's not
Hey!
anymore.
Give it 10 minutes.
No. This is the wife's webcam, so it should work.
Oh.
I'm
So-
managed to get it fixed.
Okay, I'm Stuart. Hi.
Who?
I hate to say it, I think we're going to get more battle royales.
Yeah.
With the rise
Possibly.
of PUBG and Fortnite and stuff like that, and now isn't the next Call of Duty is going to have a battle royale mode?
Yeah.
Of course it is. Everyone is.
I think
Everyone
isn't,
wants a battle royale.
The lawsuit against Fortnite at the minute with PUBG.
that's just stupid because so PUBG it's PUBG Corporation is
Yeah, they were a little indie place, weren't they?
Bluehole. Bluehole, and then they got bought out, and now they're they had their own little sub thing called PUBG Corp, I think. I'm not sure. So they're suing Epic for copying their game model, which isn't their game model because the battle royale game is
Yeah, it's you can't really. It's like It's like suing someone over a death watch, like a death battle mode.
Yeah.
Or battle royale. It's it's oh, you can't have a team fight. It says Call of Duty to Battlefield. That's our thing.
You've got guns,
Okay, yeah, no guns.
Also, the thing that's really stupid is, so Fortnite is made by Epic.
Yep.
and Epic make the Unreal Engine. PUBG is made using the Unreal Engine. You're suing the people who make your game engine.
Yeah.
Press a button to disable.
Have you seen the sales drop on PUBG compared to Fortnite though? Fortnite is basically going, it's free.
Yeah.
Do what you want. And PUBG's like, oh right, well we still want like 25 to 30 quid for our game.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could do, or I could play it for free.
Yeah. Like PUBG's, it's good. I played it for a while. It's alright. If you want a realistic shooter, then yeah, it's good. You know,
I find that it's a lot of people say that it's 20 minutes set up to get land, get a weapon, get a good team, and then 2 minutes playtime before you get shot in the back.
Yep.
And then you go, woo, time to do another round.
It's 20 minutes of, oh yeah, I got all these guns, get all these guns. Oh, there's fighting over there, let's dodge that. Oh, there's fighting over there, let's hide in a house. And then you get down like the last 10 people, you hide in a bush, and then you get headshot.
Fun times.
Reminds me as well for me playing Fortnite.
Fortnite's a lot more, it's faster. Like a game lasts about 10 minutes.
See, me and Joe played Fortnite before the Battle Royale came out for it.
Like the PvE.
Yeah, so we signed up to the beta, we got in, and it was really good. It's basically a zombie defense game where focused on the building mechanic and leveling up a character. You can unlock characters through play, or you could pay real money to do it, but we didn't pay any money to do it. And you unlock some good characters, and then you make them better. And then you make your own little base area, and you have to defend objectives and stuff, and you can build however you want. It's really good fun. Different kind of zombie mobs and stuff. I don't think a lot of people play the PvE now. I think it's got overshadowed for that, but I think it's still playable. We haven't played in a while.
We play it occasionally. Just if we don't feel like playing against other people, we're like trying to dip into PvE for like 20 minutes. They even run like events alongside the Battle Royale mode. So if it's like their Chinese New Year event, they had what was the one they had recently?
The Thanos one.
Oh no, that was for Battle Royale. What was the one they had? Oh, it was because season 4 in Battle Royale started with the whole like meteor crashing in. They had a whole like meteor event going on in the PvE in like the single player thing.
Yeah, so that's cool.
It was cool. So on to the actual news. So we're back after 2 weeks because last week was MCM.
It was.
Yeah, and it was great.
It was amazing.
It was brilliant.
It was pretty good actually. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thoughts?
It's been taken over by a new company now, hasn't it?
Really?
I think it's an American company, isn't it?
It's definitely gotten a lot more organised. Signposted a lot better, friendlier
more
stuff.
space as well, I think. And like very, very few queues and anything like that because they had so many back checkers. Also like when you were getting your wristband and everything, even those were like loads of people and everything, and you really did not queue for very long. I remember back in those days, a couple of years ago, you'd have to queue like an hour or two just to get inside, get your wristband and everything and so forth. So this is a huge improvement already. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
The most I think we queued was like 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
and that was just to get in, and that was on. I think that was on the Saturday. That was on the Friday. Yeah, on the Friday when we got in. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even 10 minutes because basically
it was a bit of a walk, because they hadn't taken down all the the barricades yet, so it was still you had to still snake around everything.
Yeah.
Bash the mic. So yeah, you had to spend like 10 minutes walking, like snaking through a hall. But apart from that, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I think they got some bigger guests as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they got like Felicia Day, Tom Ellis, Shuri from Black Panther.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was really Rosario Dawson was there. Two of the guys from Deadpool.
Yeah, we got some Overwatch voice actors. Three of them, I think, didn't we?
Mercy and
Zarya.
Yeah. I think the one, Kevin Conroy. Well, Kevin Conroy's always there. Like,
I don't know. It's the first time I've seen him at an event.
Same.
What events are you going to with Kevin Conroy, eh? You got your own event with Kevin Conroy?
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, he's just there hanging out, you know.
He's a subtle friend thing. Oh, I was just hanging out with Kevin Conroy and
Why not?
shut up, Stuart. Get out of here.
You love it.
No.
No, I swear Kevin Conroy was there last year. So was David Hayter. Oh no, David Hayter was meant
David Hayter pulled out because I was very, very sad.
meant to be there last year.
Wow.
I was close.
I was sad. Oh no.
Oh,
That's
got
my
his
life.
son.
I just don't have the reach. There we go.
But yeah, like overall, brilliant con.
Yeah. It felt more relaxed as well. Like with the added space, it wasn't like. Do you know some of the corridors used to go down between the vendor stalls was just you were sardined and you couldn't see anything on some of the busy, like the Saturdays, for instance, you just couldn't see stuff. Whereas everything was kind of easier moving and stuff, which was nicer.
Even on the Saturday, where if you had to go down the main like corridor way, it looked packed, but
moved quickly. Everyone was going to places. But then even one point we just said we didn't. Me and you at one point, Stuart, we said that we cut round and walked through a couple of like other corridors and they were empty on a Saturday just to get through quicker.
Yeah, we actually went in the convention just to go down the edge.
Yeah, and we cut so much time out because it was just like, well, there's other corridors to walk down. So
we would have cut the time out, but then we ended up at the Blizzard store.
We did end up at the Blizzard store, and then things happened.
and then the Dark Souls art store.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah,
I got some really nice Dark Souls art. If that makes you feel,
Speaking of that, have you seen that store that was selling the Artorias and the Grave of Sith statues?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I've seen it advertised on the websites and stuff, but I don't have £600 to play. It was nice to look at, and it was like, oh, that's so pretty. But it's so much money, and you can get like little of ones on their websites. They said, but you're still looking about £100. Which there was one place. It was in Japan only. You know the doll from Bloodborne?
Yeah. The creepy little white doll thing.
Yeah, she levels you up when you go back to your like home base. They had a figurine which I've only ever found in like Japanese import stores, but someone was selling it at the convention, £600.
Ouch.
And it was just like, it's really nice, and he's like, yeah, I got it from Japan, and I was chatting to the guy, and he goes, but £600 at convention's a steal, and I was like, and you expect someone to come to MCM and pay you £600?
You just have to be like,
I say that, but we went to the store with the Knight Artorias figurines and stuff, and they had all sold out.
And they were like,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
was it Sith? Is the dog?
yeah, they had
Yeah.
on the tombstone with the great sword.
Yeah.
They had Knight Artorias when he's hunched over with his broadsword on his back.
Yep.
And I think they had another one as well.
The one from Berserk.
That one from Berserk, and they had
Witcher.
the Raul from Witcher. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're Joel. Yeah.
So
But they
it
were
was
all around like £600 something. So I was like,
Yeah. they're really,
no.
really nice. Don't get us wrong, they're really lovely, but
It's not
Yeah.
not
Too
600.
expensive.
So there's been a lot of announcements this week.
Oh,
a
yes.
lot of game announcements. A new Pokemon. Scott, you've gone vertical again.
you stupid thing.
Scott's gone on the moon.
All right, I think it's going to be like here. Hey, Steve.
Right. So new Pokemon games got announced.
Yeah.
We are very excited.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are. Have you been playing? So two games got announced. There's Pokemon Go. By the way, Scott, your wife is telling me to tell you to stop abusing your poor webcam.
You mean Joe's poor webcam?
So they announced it's Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Eevee,
For the Switch, which is coming out in November.
I think
I think it's around November.
So
It was
has Bobby got a Switch yet?
We have a Switch, yeah. We have a
Do you
Switch.
have? Yeah, but you're going to have 2 Switches.
Because you can play co-op.
Yep.
Because you can play with only one Joy-Con, and you can play co-op with a second person.
Yeah, that's great, but we don't know what that implements yet. That could be like you could be sharing that first guy's Pokemon, or it makes more sense to have if you have the second version to join into somebody's game use your own Pokemon to get experience and stuff.
Or
Surely that makes more sense.
you buy 2 copies of the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might as well, but anyway, she's gonna have to get one for Monster Hunter anyway. So
Stop it.
am I wrong?
Stop spending my money.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though, Stuart?
No, I have to finish Dragon Age first.
I don't think I will get Generations because.
Ooh.
Well, no, I played it a bit on the DS, and I didn't suck that too much into it. Plus, I've still got quite a bit of World to go through, and once I finished the story of World, I've gone back to it occasionally. I don't feel stuff sucking. I didn't give up. Shut up.
You did. You
Do you
never.
want to see my disappointed face?
It looks like you're constipated.
It's also my disappointment face.
You now fight Lunastra, so that's a new monster.
Yeah, Lunastra's out now for Monster Hunter.
See, I was kind of with Stuart.
Sorry?
I'm kind of with you on this. The thing is, I haven't played any of the new Monster Hunter World updates for a while.
Yeah, I'll wait for like a bunch of them to come out, or like a big update with a new area, and then I'll go.
That's fine. But then I feel a little bit like I'd done those monsters on previous editions, so it's like, oh, Lunastra. I'm like Monster Hunter Unite. I killed that so many times. So it's like, don't need to prove anything.
It's just blue Teostra. Cool.
Still, it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Well, she attacks very differently to Teostra, so
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
they're very different. I think on Unite you had the whole Teostra and Lunastra quests, and they were really fun. But at the same time, it was just no, it was good fun. It was good fun. But
Nope.
you know, what's good about the new Monster Hunter is you get to play a Phaline again.
Oh, that was weird.
That was awesome. You don't use up any kind of like going down. You don't lose any kind of problems when you have 3 hunters and one player plays a Phaline. You don't, and if you die as a Phaline, you don't lose any of the continues, and you literally play massive support. It's awesome.
I do like playing support.
I play support and I had gold in kills.
Yeah, she plays supports in Overwatch as DPS.
Yeah, I play Lucio and I had 15 kills.
There's people,
golden medal.
There's people around her going, I'm healing. She's like, die.
I cannot play support. My supports are turning into DPS very soon.
So going back onto Pokemon for Switch. We got way off course.
Yep.
So there's Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. And kind of like Pokemon Go on the Switch. So it's got the same kind of catch mechanic where you throw the Pokeball at them in the constricting circle thing to catch them. But there's also fights. There's also battles using the traditional fight mechanics from the core games.
It's based around the first 2 games, though, isn't it? It's Blue and Red, right?
For people who never play it, it's very useful.
Never played a Pokemon game.
What finds it funny is though you can transfer your Pokemon from Go to your Switch and vice versa. So I'm waiting for. Oh, I can start the game. What Pokemon started you on? I'll pick I'll get my Pikachu or my Eevee because I'm guessing that's what you start with.
Yeah, probably.
And it's like cool. It's like, oh, that's a nice little Pikachu. It's like transferring over Zapdos. It's like they go. What's the first trainer you fight? It's like Bug Hunter Bill or something. It's like, hi Bill, who's got a Weedle? Zapdos.
Bring out Mewtwo.
Oh, poor Weedle.
So I'm gonna find that very funny if that happens in the game.
But they're bringing out a new controller as well, which is a Pokeball.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for sure.
It's got like a little trackball on it, so you can use it to like move around because it's only like 1 button stuff. Yeah, which is great. But then you can
actually throw it as well, then, or is it?
You don't actually throw it, but you pretend to throw it. So
that's how injuries are made.
Okay.
You break the TV.
I look forward to the videos where you see like kids throwing the Pokeballs at the TV and smashing it, and the parents screaming their heads off.
There's also with the Pokeball, you can put a Pokemon into it and carry it around. Like the advert shows like a woman putting a Pikachu into the thing, and then she gets it out of a handbag and it makes like little noises. And if you rub the Pokeball, it goes like, "Oh, that's nice." And it's like, this is kind of weird. What do you get from that?
It's super cute.
It's cute, but it's like I'm never going to use it. If it doesn't give me anything in the game,
The thing is, like, with kids, if you see kids doing it, that's totally fine and cute. But if you see an adult, they think you're like, let me move out of the way, please.
No, I think it will do something, because in Pokemon Go you have the eggs that you have to hatch, and you can also walk with a Pokemon and it gains the candies for leveling up. But you have to have the app open at the time. It doesn't do it passively. So I think it'll be like, remember when they re-released Silver and Gold on the DS? Yeah, on the DS. And they had that little Pokewalker thing. I think it'll act like that. So you can put like a Pokemon in there and it'll gain the candies while you walk. I think it'll be like that.
Yeah.
I think it'll work.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's something that Nintendo really needs to make more money, and it's definitely something that will make them more money.
They need to make more money. They have the Switch. That thing prints money.
Pretty much. I mean, throw any game out, like Pokemon, Zelda, or any of the big ones like Splatoon and everything, people will come and buy it for sure.
Well, they with the Pokemon Go announcement, they also released a new Pokemon game called Pokemon Quest, which I've been playing it the last few days.
Is that the free one on Switch?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's strangely addictive, because you have like a party of 3 Pokemon. You lure them in by cooking stuff.
Sorry, what's this game now? That's kind of weird.
It's Pokemon Cooking Mama. You get in your little home base. You have like a giant cooking pot, and you put food in the cooking pot, lure in Pokemon, and then they're suddenly.
Do you drive up to the car? My Pokemon, I've got cookies in the back of my van.
Pretty much.
It's a bit weird, Stuart.
And then like you go into lands, and it's all like they run towards Pokemon, like auto attack them, but at the same
you raise
time,
a bunch of bullies.
But at the same time, you can select what attacks what special attacks they do. So like Charmander has like an AoE around him that you can do, and then at the end of each land, there's a big boss, and you can power up your Pokemon with like rocks that you get and stuff.
So you give them rocks to throw at people.
No, you give them rocks that power them up. I can imagine the board meeting is weird now, but
I want to be that
I don't
guy.
know, this game sounds like a kidnapping / abusive kind of game.
Definitely.
It's like,
And that's free, right? I'm totally downloading this.
It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it's quite addictive. You dip into it for like 10 minutes, but it's coming out on phones as well.
Okay. So definitely picking up those 2 games when they come out.
I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, definitely getting. Are we getting Pikachu or Eevee?
Eevee.
Okay.
instant.
I'm indifferent. I don't mind. They're
We're
both
getting one of each.
Eevee, Scooter.
All right.
It's always Scooter.
So Solo.
Yep.
Solo has absolutely bombed at the box office. I had the news story up a minute ago.
I had a couple of people I know about has messaged me about it, and they said they either really, really loved it or really, really hated it.
Yeah. Here we go. Probably won't break.
I think these days a lot of movies are either love it or you hate it kind of thing. I never seen anyone in the middle ground kind of thing, you know.
I was like that with Batman Superman. I walked out and I was like, that's alright.
No, it was totally bad.
It was alright. Shush. Here we go. It made 103 million so far.
Yeah.
And
What was it costing?
250.
Ouch.
They're saying that it probably won't break even.
The film we never wanted.
I think. No one wanted it. Like when it was announced, everyone was like,
okay.
all right, how about you do the ones we ask for, like an Obi-Wan movie or a Boba Fett movie, which they're now making. They're making a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But it's come out so close to Last Jedi as well. Which had very mixed reviews.
Mix is the best word to say.
I don't see everyone's beef with Last Jedi.
I can, but at the end of the day, it doesn't. I liked it. It was okay.
Yeah.
Again, not as good as the originals, but for I can see the appeal of trying to get a newer audience. Trying to reach out to some throwbacks to some old fans. But some people like it, some people don't. Yeah. And I think that's going to be the same case of the next one as well. I think.
Yeah, but the the thing with Solo, apparently the guy who plays Solo, which I can never pronounce his name. It's like I'll see if I can find it. Where is it?
Can you find it though?
Somewhere. But right, while I find that, with Solo, they swapped directors halfway through.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, they. It was originally being done by Lord and Miller, the guys who did Jump Street, and the Lego Movie as well. They did that, and then they did all the principal filming. It was all filmed, and then at first watch, everyone was like, "Yeah, this is not what we wanted." It's like they made it more of like a comedy. Which I can understand them not wanting, but they hired comedy directors. What did they expect?
Right.
So they booted them off and then hired Ron Howard to come in and basically reshoot the whole film. So that's why it cost $50 million, because they shot it twice.
That's kind of shit.
Yeah, he rewrote a whole bunch of it, brought in like extra actors.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Which name you cannot
I'm
pronounce?
trying to find it. I cannot find it.
No.
There it is. It's Alden Ehrenreich, I think is how you pronounce it.
That's very German.
Very German.
Totally done.
Apparently, he's pretty good, and Donald Glover as Lando apparently does a very good job, but the rest of the cast is pretty forgettable.
Wow, like Emilia Clarke.
Well, no, apparently she's in it, but she's just kind of there and doesn't really shine.
Yeah, his last name is definitely German. Sorry.
You've just seen it, haven't you?
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich. If you were to say it in the German way.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, so episode 9 starts filming in about 48 days from now, I think. So that's coming out late next year. There's too much. They're rushing them out. There needs to be more spacing between them, because people are getting like Star Wars fatigue.
Yeah, they're turning into Ubisoft basically. They're churning them out like one each year kind of thing, trying to keep everyone still interested kind of thing. But yeah, it's not good.
It's becoming the new Call of Duty. You know, you're expecting one every year.
Wow,
you know? That's true.
Shots fired.
Yeah, not from Fortnite. What's next? Yeah, so going back to
speaking of E3 and games.
So E3 starts next weekend. I'm excited. Yes. E3 is like my favorite. E3 is like a holiday for me. I love it.
It's amazing.
But for the first year, I'm actually going to miss a conference. I'm going to miss EA next year. Not next year, next week. Because I can't get the time off work.
That's fine. You can probably pick it up again as paid DLC.
Shots fired. But that's the one I was actually kind of looking forward to, because they need something to pick them up from Battlefront. Like Battlefront's disastrous launch last year.
I don't know. What do they have in store? They have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, isn't it? That got leaked.
That's Ubisoft. That's Ubisoft.
Sorry. Brain is just like.
Well, they got Anthem actually. They got Anthem, which is the new
Anthem,
BioWare.
No.
Hope you want Dragon Age.
I want it so bad.
I don't think it's gonna come.
You want Dragon Age 4.
I hope.
Too soon.
Or just Dragon Age Remastered.
After Anthem bombs, they'll think, hey, what are we good at making? And they'll go back to either picking up Mass Effect or Dragon Age.
Well, hasn't Mass Effect been fridged? After the disaster that was Andromeda.
They'll pick it up again.
They'll pick it up, but they've said it'll be on ice for a while.
So hopefully Dragon Age.
Yeah, so Dragon Age is next. Really
well, maybe Dragon Age would bomb so bad they're gonna go back to Mass Effect. Like, yeah, let's try Mass Effect again.
No,
Jade Empire. That's what they need. Jade Empire 2.
Yeah, we do need a Jade Empire.
Jade Empire was good.
It is very good. For some, I can't play it on my PC though.
Why? Is your PC too powerful for it?
Yeah, it basically says, "Hey, you need to dumb it down." I'm like, and it seems like a really long-winded thing to do for my PC. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not gonna play it.
Running compatibility.
What I might do is I might just I think it's probably free on the Xbox thing.
Possibly.
So I might I'll just buy it there if I need to.
So first up we got EA. And then the next day you've got Microsoft in UK times. So Saturday at 7 o'clock in the evening. 7 o'clock in the evening is EA.
Yep.
Sunday at 9, so straight after the podcast, is Microsoft.
Yep.
And then 2:30 in the morning is Bethesda.
Because why not?
Hopefully we'll get some Fallout things.
Well, it hasn't even got Fallout 76 gone
Right.
yet. They seem to have missed a few.
Online multiplayer is what they say.
It's either going to be an online multiplayer or it's going to be a Fallout Shelter type game.
You're not happy, are you?
I'm putting vain hope to say, hey, I'd rather it be. I don't want it to be like an MMO where there's just loads and loads and loads of people, because that's just not going to work for them.
Right.
I'd rather them make something like an open world sandbox, sort of create sort of anything like Ark.
Yeah,
Conan might work.
Yeah, I think someone said something like that. Like it's gonna be like a survival RPG type of multiplayer online game kind of thing. So like Daisy and H1Z1 kind of type of game, I'm guessing. So I'm sure they're gonna limit it not to like a huge amount of people in one server, but like maybe like up to 10, 20 maybe at most kind of thing. You just get dropped randomly and you just try to survive. Band up and kill everyone else.
It's like we're seeing the Wasteland as well, because the date that was in the trailer is 25 years after the bombs dropped. So it's gonna be like the earliest we've ever seen the Wasteland, which would be kind of cool. Like we've never seen that kind of perspective before, and that's
gonna be weird, because a lot of like the creatures and stuff that exist in the Fallout that we know now don't actually took years to mutate into what they are.
We won't have the super mutants. We won't have the ghouls, stuff like that.
That's a bit
ghouls.
That's a shame. Come on.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder where it's set as well.
Don't know.
Because that's one of the big things, because 4 was in Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Boston. 3 was in Washington.
Yeah, Capital Wasteland.
Yep. New Vegas was in New Vegas.
Funnily.
And there isn't there. So someone's doing a mod for Fallout 4, called Fallout California, where they're trying to recreate the whole of California.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of these big mods, though, they take time. I know that someone's redoing Fallout Vegas with the Fallout 4 engine. So, but that's they've been on it for a couple of years now. So,
also, I wonder with Bethesda if we're going to get anything on. I want to say it's called Starbound or Starbright. It's their space tech version of
Overcooked.
They're like Skyrim.
Overcooked.
I am so for that, by the way.
I told you about it over Expo, and he went ballistic.
It looks so good.
He was like, "What is this?" Gets out his phone. He goes, "I can't find anything of it. What is it called?" I'm like, "I told you. I don't remember. I just saw a little trailer." And he was like, "No, you got to tell me."
Catastronauts.
You really demanded for it.
It looks brilliant. Day one purchase for me.
If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play with you all the time, and I'm gonna be a traitor.
So Monday at 6 p.m. We've got Square Enix. So
Final Fantasy 13.4.
Kingdom Hearts. It is open. Pre-release date, I'm guessing. Maybe an expansion for 15. No, for 14. Another one.
I think 14 is pretty dead now.
Really?
I think it's gone. I think they pretty much did their last expansion. There's not much they can put in it now.
Haven Sword was the last one.
No. I should know. Hoy should know.
Hoy.
I don't know. I don't work on 14. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you still work for Square Enix. You need to live, breathe,
what was the one? Stormblood? No, what's Heaven's?
Storm.
Heaven's Sword? A sword.
Haven Sword.
No, it's not. Heaven's Sword is not it. Heaven's Sword is one that Dragoon came out on. It's the one with the samurai.
So it must be Stormblood, then, isn't it?
So Stormblood.
Hang on.
Well, and if anything,
it sounds like Stormblood.
Stormblood.
14 they tend
Stormblood.
to
There you go.
news for TGS or at the FanFest anyway, so I would not expect them to announce anything at E3 really. For 14 at least.
They had the new Tomb Raider. That's Square Enix.
Maybe
Yeah.
actually, people are talking about an expansion for it.
Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. This one's Revenge, I think.
Possibly.
Revenge of the Tomb Raider, I think.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, they're quite fun. I enjoy the Tomb Raider games. The recent ones. They're quite fun.
It's okay.
So, do you think we'll get something from the Final Fantasy VII remake at Square Enix one, or whether that will wait till Sony, or whether we'll actually get it at all?
I don't think we're gonna get it. Look, Final Fantasy VII is a big April Fool's joke. It's not gonna come in our lifetime. Just accept it. It's not. Final Fantasy VIII will get redone before 7 gets done. Just stop. Just stop. Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Just
do you think we'll get a tease of maybe Final Fantasy 16?
no.
No,
They're not done with 15. They're not done milking 15, right, Hoy? 15 still got
No
blood.
comment. Absolutely no comment.
It's still rocking 15. You know, gotta get all of the money out of it. I love it.
It's covered in so many NDAs right now.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not ripping on it. I actually really like 15. It's just, it's not anything that works for Square. They'll make it work for as long as they can.
Actually, one thing I remembered earlier was they announced, like 2 years ago, I think, they were doing an Avengers game. They had a Marvel license for doing an Avengers game.
What, Square?
Yeah, and then nothing happened. And it's been silent since.
Don't you think that sometimes it's best to just buy the title and sit on it just so that no one else can make it?
Maybe.
That sounds like something a game company could do.
Like, hey, here you go.
Maybe. Well, do a Fallout 4 and be like, hey, here's Fallout 4 coming out like 2 months' time.
Yeah, that's what companies need to do. They need to stop announcing games way early.
Well, like, didn't they say that? Like they admitted they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 way too early. Right. They announced it 5 years ago. I looked it up. They announced it 5 years ago.
The trouble is, they didn't need to. Everyone knew it was coming. You couldn't leave. Like, it had a big enough fan base that people went, "Well, you're not going to leave it there, are you, Square?" It's like, "Oh, we're not going to confirm it yet." It's like, yeah, you are.
It's coming. Like, there should be like a year. Like, it should be first trailer, and it should be out within a year. That should be how it works.
Ideally, I'm going the same way that Bethesda released Fallout 4.
Well,
it's like, by the way, Fallout 4 in a couple of months.
Yeah.
What? That is the best way to get the hype for it. It's literally everyone's like, what? And I've only got a couple of months to wait, and then they just slowly
save up
every couple of weeks release a little bit more of it, and people are like, oh yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna get that. But
so,
yeah.
After Square, which like I said, Square Enix at 6 p.m. Ubisoft is at 9. So Ubisoft had a bunch of leaks. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey got leaked this week.
Guess they haven't learned their lesson.
Right. So
they never learned a lesson.
I found out the only Assassin's Creed game to not be leaked was Assassin's Creed 2. Every other Assassin's Creed game has been leaked beforehand. That's 13 games. 13 games have been leaked.
I heard that Origins was actually okay because they took their time on it.
Yeah,
they actually made it decent. I haven't bought it because I've learnt my lesson. I've been burnt so many times by Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed. I can't play them. They're just unplayable. The only one I had enjoyment with was the ship combat on Black Flag.
Black Flag's fun. I like
because it's like you can be an assassin or you can be a pirate.
Sweet.
I want to be a pirate.
Yeah, man. And now we have Sea of Thieves.
Now we have Sea of Thieves, so I don't need Black Flag anymore.
I think they're probably going to show some stuff on Beyond Good and Evil 2 because they announced that last year's. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they'll probably show a little more, maybe a rough release date, possibly. I'm a little excited because I liked Beyond Good and Evil. It was fun.
Yeah.
What else did Ubisoft do?
DLC.
Splinter Cell.
Sorry.
Splinter Cell, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that will probably come out. Yeah.
Probably. I think that's probably going to be their like one more thing that they always do because
I think
every-
we had that Easter egg at the end of Wildlands,
Wildlands,
Tom
yeah.
Clancy Wildlands. So
So then, where is that? So Ubisoft's at 9, and then 2 a.m. Monday night, Tuesday morning is Sony. Sony have said that they're going to be focusing on 4 games, which is Spider-Man, Last
Last of Us 2.
Yes, 2. The samurai game they announced last year, which I've forgotten what it's called.
Is it Ghost of Tsukushima or something like that?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten the other game.
The FromSoft one, maybe? No.
No, because it was a game that had been announced. But like they're focusing on these 4. Oh, the Kojima game.
Death Stranding.
Oh.
Yes, Death Stranding. Yeah. Do you think we'll actually see some gameplay of Death Stranding this year?
I'm just not that interested in it.
Really?
Yeah, I've just gone off Kojima's stuff.
Captain Metal Gear over here.
I don't get me wrong, I like Metal Gear. I just don't know. It just doesn't look interesting. It's not surprising anymore.
It just looks weird.
It's just like you can definitely tell it's a Kojima product, but you're just looking at it going, what's new?
Yeah.
How about a game that explains the story as we go? That'd be good.
Nah.
I'm being really pessimistic today.
Really are.
I think you just need to wait for like some more trailers or gameplays for actually to win you over, kind of thing, isn't it?
I can't wait for them to turn around and be like, "Lol, it's a puzzle game," or it's
Bejeweled.
it's Candy Crush, isn't it? That's it. The standing is going to be Candy Crush.
Kojima does Candy Crush.
Why?
Oh.
Why not?
Why not?
You never know.
And then on Tuesday at 5 o'clock we've got Nintendo. So I think Nintendo are doing one of their directs again, where they're not actually having a conference; they're just showing a live stream. Usually they're quite short; they're only like half an hour to an hour. Something like that. But
That is the best one.
I don't think Nintendo have anything to show this year. Like, what is missing from the Switch?
All the Pokemon games.
Like they
Mario, more Zelda.
Breath of the Wild 2 confirmed.
It's been too short a time. So Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves got its first expansion. Cool.
Right. Yep. Moving on.
Yeah.
It's about like we've almost finished it. We've just got to fight the
Megalodon.
Someone stopped
the
playing
Megalodon.
games. Yeah, someone
at
stopped
the end.
playing.
And then we're pretty much done with it.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. That's something. Bobby's got a point there. We nearly did it on the first night.
Yeah.
But
nearly
someone
did it.
stopped playing it.
What happened,
Play
Stuart?
the music.
So in
Right.
the final part of the quest, you have to get someone to continue playing sea shanty. And you have to keep playing it until you arrive to the destination, and then you need to get other players to join in on that guy who's singing it. If you let go of the button to stop playing the song, you have to then travel across half another ocean to go back to the guy to pick up the song again, to then go back.
Need it.
Oh.
Sure, what happened, man?
I let go of the button.
All right, yeah.
Shame.
No, because
Shame.
you need 5 people to play. So we had to wait for 2 other people to arrive, and it could have been anyone. So you get given a thing called the speaking trumpet, which you can hold up and shout to other boats on the horizon. And I saw a boat on the horizon, and I'm like,
We were trying.
I can't use the speaking trumpet because I'm already banging this drum. I wonder if I can type, because it has proximity type. So I pressed T, and my hands stopped doing that. And I died a little inside.
That's good, because I was about to kill you a little bit.
Yeah. The bit from you guys of like, you stopped playing the drum. I'm like, yep. Yes, I have. It was just silence.
Oh.
I was filled with disappointment. I've never been so cross.
I know.
And it's good. Hopefully we'll get to fight it and finish the new expansion. But I like the new customization. They put some decent customization into it.
Yep.
Finally, you can customize your ship without paying a bloody fortune. So
Quite basically, you can have like a flag on the top, and you can have like very basic coloured sails now.
yeah, but that's nice because like it was like 70 grand to pay for a decent sail,
Yeah.
And it's like anytime you finish a quest, you maybe get about $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh, that's expensive.
it's very
Yeah.
expensive. Whereas you can buy a normal sale, a normal coloured sale for like $3,000.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit nicer.
The
We got green
the
one.
flag was 3. The flag was 2.5.
Yeah, and I bought the flag.
And then the
You got a
sale I think
sale.
was 7.
All right.
So it's a bit pricey, but it's a big sale. You know.
Yeah, it's not. It's a little bit different. You're not a basic ship on the seas anymore. You have a little bit of flavour.
But yeah,
Yeah, so that looks nice. Hopefully, they'll keep up the DLC the way that they should.
they're adding. So once this whole Hungering Deep event is, it's going to last for about 2 weeks from launch, and that's when Merrick, who's the quest giver, he'll go away, and then after that, the Megalodon becomes like the Kraken, and just becomes a random
Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
The Kraken.
a random AI threat, which is terrifying. Although we still haven't met the Kraken yet. We haven't met the Kraken.
Thanks God.
The Kraken.
The Kraken.
The Kraken. So going back to leaks, X-Men Dark Phoenix, the entire plot got leaked this week by someone who went to a test viewing. I read it. It does not sound good. It sounds like they have completely butchered it again.
What a surprise that they've butchered the X-Men again.
It seems like
How many films now?
movies. They get good, they get all right, they get pretty good, and then they attempt the Phoenix story, and they go whoop.
Did anyone actually like the Phoenix story? That's the thing. I never liked it. It revolves around one of the most boring X-Men ever. Jean Grey is really, really boring.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so many other decent X-Men to look at. Would follow their story, do something else. It's like, no.
She can get fire.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Fire pyramid.
But what's the name of the guy who plays Quicksilver?
Peters?
Yeah. He came out afterwards and said oh no, it's way better than this. It's a lot darker than you think. It's a lot edgier. And it's like, what? I don't want dark and edgy. We want X-Men. We want We
want our 70s cartoon back.
We want our bright yellow jumpsuits. We want Cyclops with a bright orange visor.
Yellow, man. Yellow.
It's yellow.
What's up with you?
That's
What's
yellow.
this? Get out of here.
It was.
He's an imposter. Get him.
No, it was. It was yellowy orange, wasn't it?
It was
The frame was yellow, but the visor was pinkish kind of thing, or red.
The visor was red and the
red.
frame was orange. Yellow. Fucking Stuart. I'm so angry at you. Look, Google it and then apologise to everyone.
X-Men animated. What's his name? Cyclops.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, one of these X-Men. Hello there, fellow kids.
So what you were saying? It's definitely.
It's all right. So
It's not.
for a start, he
It's
looks
yellow.
really silly in the first few episodes. But no, it's yellow. It's kind of yellow with an orange band across it.
No, it's red.
It's orange.
Red.
You're red.
Your face is so red.
Yeah, look at him trying to crawl back his dignity. Nah.
May I do it?
No, it is red. Come on, that's not orange, man.
You're orange. You're
You're orange.
He's clinging to straws. Get him.
Punch him for me, Bobby. Punch him. You have my permission.
Don't do it.
It is red. It is red.
It's not red.
It's red, man.
This
Let's
is
just give it up. Right, we're arguing too much on this. Let's
Even
move
the
on.
even the label is red.
This is when we find out I'm actually colorblind. So yeah,
Let's continue.
that should be coming out next year.
So we got.
I didn't really hold out much hope after Apocalypse because that was pretty terrible.
It was so
Pretty terrible.
tear up your turn. It was okay.
So yeah, that's really kind of it on the news. We're going to dodge out a few bits because we are running very long. So what have you guys been playing this week and last week and recently? Someone.
I've been playing the Monster Hunter World Lunastra event thing because it's a new monster. Because I didn't play the other previous games apart from 4U, so she was completely new to me. I was thinking like, woo, new experiences kind of thing. And apart from that, I've been playing Moonlighter actually, which is really good fun.
I've heard good things about Moonlighter. It's on my
and it's reasonably priced as well. It's only like 15, 16 quid or something like that. And it's available on all platforms.
Which?
And I'm playing it on PS4. Sorry?
Can you get it on the
Oh,
Switch?
apart from Switch. Switch is not yeah. I think they do it later for sure. Switch.
I would sink so many hours into it if it was on the Switch.
Yeah, I keep wondering like, oh, I should do Lunastra, but like, oh wait, Moonlighter, you know, I need to run my shop. I need to kill the Guardians and unlock more dungeons.
Give us an overview of Moonlighter. What is it?
Basically, it's like think Binding of Isaac mixed in with as another game called Shopkeeper kind of thing. I think some people compared it to being another game called Recreate. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry?
Resetia. It's called.
Yeah, Resetia.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so I didn't see it beforehand, so I don't know how it compares to the kind of thing. But like, it's top-down dungeon crawler. At night and during the day, in your shop, you're selling stuff, which is really fun because you can watch the NPCs come up to your items, saying like, "Oh, I'm happy with this price," and you think, "Perfect, I got the right price range." Some are like too high or too low kind of thing, and you can always adjust it like that. And that's the usual town building thing where you expand your shop or invite more what's it called again, merchants to the town and everything.
Ooh.
But yeah.
I saw there were a few like guest characters as well. Like you had Oren come in.
Yeah, I saw like a little Oren sprite coming into my shop looking. I think like, there's a little tiny Oren in my shop.
Quite cute. That's quite cute.
That was an amazing Easter egg, I have to say.
So you've gone back to Dragon Age, haven't you?
I do.
Again.
Why the shame? Oh.
No, I passed like the main story. I passed it like 5 times.
5 or
And
6 like that?
I got the year edition, which comes with all the DLCs. So I'm trying to platinum it. So
Nice.
yeah, I start again.
Yeah. She played it originally on my account
Yeah,
so
he
I-
has.
Oh.
of Dragon Age Inquisition.
But you've been really false today. Who are you? You're not getting your own achievements. You don't know what X-Men is. What's going on?
I know the X-Man.
I know the X-Men.
But yeah, I've been playing as well. Monster Hunter, again with the Lunastra. Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty fun, and again, like it was my first Lunastra, and it was kind of, oh my god, a toggle.
Didn't you also went back to Kulvataroth as well?
Yeah, no, actually no, I didn't need it. I did just the Lunastra.
Okay, I thought Kulvataroth was this
No, I was too busy of choosing which kind of class I have to be in Dragon Age. Okay.
So much character creation.
No, the thing is that recently I realized that I'm spending like 40 minutes about creating a regular character.
Awesome. You're like Joe. Joe, I'm like, anytime I get a co-op game for Joe, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a really nice game. We can play it together. And I'm like, character creation, cool, old guy, scar, white hair, done. And then I look over my shoulder. I'm like waiting for Joe to continue before I hit like play. And Joe's like, oh, what race do I want to be? Oh, hair? Oh, sliders? Yeah. Oh no! I'm like, that is a game for Joe. I'm gonna buy Joe just a character creation software and just leave her. Should be done.
My friend Ed is the same. Like when we started Monster Hunter, I said to him like, right, when you start, time yourself.
Yeah.
Time yourself how long it takes you to make your character. And he's like, okay, going now. And I got a message later that's like, I'm about to hit go, and it's been 44 minutes.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, that's pretty long. And then I got a message saying, oh no, I forgot I had to make my cat as well. It took him an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh man,
He's half an hour on the cat.
No, I can justify that. Okay, no.
How can you justify that?
Okay, Spot. May I ask how long it took me to create a
your
D&D
D&D character?
How long it took me?
How long it took?
Kept changing
I
your-
don't think it's. I don't know because I only chatted you for a little bit, and that was just over the internet. How Stuart's the person I need to ask because she was probably with you when she kind of made up the core design because you only came to me going, "This is kind of what I want." So that's not really the full story now, is it, Bobby?
It took her about 3 weeks
Oh.
because every time we went back to it, she'd go, "Yeah, I've changed a few. I want to change my race and change." I'm like, "Oh, great, we'll start again now." Just awful.
As a druid, I wanted to be a perfect, amazing looking one.
It was
So
awful.
I had to go to everything.
You know, it's,
My
Bob,
first D&D.
Bob, you know, it's all in your imagination, right? you can look however you want to be.
Yeah, but
Like-
as well, I have to choose the class, so it's quite difficult.
Mine took about an hour. I took an hour. I was like, "All right, I want to do this. Dwarf is really good for that. Let's be a dwarf. Bum bum bum." Done.
You know when I start to DM you guys, it's gonna be like 2 dwarfs. You're all gonna be like Gimli in my head, and that's it, right? And like Joe's gonna be an elf, and I'm only gonna think of the elf from Vermintide because that's what we've been playing recently, and that's all. That's as far as that's what my characters are.
Yeah,
So you
but
went back to Vermintide?
I'm playing Vermintide. They've just released a big update for it with challenges. So no new levels or no anything like that. But all the challenges are you get loot, like what they call loot chests, and that gives you new weapons and new armor and bits and pieces like that. But it also they put a new like what's it, customization, so you can change like your character's like aesthetics now. So you
Alright.
can have like different kind of armor. And obviously the more challenges you unlock, you get special kind of armor. So you might join a team and someone's got some really nice like black metal armor, and you're like, oh wow, that guy's done all these challenges to get that piece of armor, and that's really nice. But it's timed at the minute, so it's only out for like a few weeks, I think, and then they redo the challenges and re-release like a next kind of customizations. Yeah, and there's like daily challenges now, and some of them are really good, and I'm really enjoying it again.
Nice.
And it's a nice little game that you can kind of sink a couple of games into, and then kind of come away for a bit and go, oh yeah, it's a good time.
So I finally finished God of War this week.
How's it taking you?
Haven't 100%ed it. I'm going to sort of dip back every so often and try and 100% it. But
So
it's,
Persona 5 now, right?
no. Well, when I go to yours, yes, it'll be Persona 5. I've gone back to Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to try and do as much of that as I can before I get Persona 5 and get lost in that. But then the Mario Tennis demo started yesterday. It finishes tonight, and it's really good. I feel dirty. All right, I feel
No one plays the tennis games, man.
good. Really good.
Hey, I
I
For how long
was
have I
playing
lost
it.
you?
Right, so I got home from work last night at about 10 o'clock. I had made some dinner, so I sat down about 11-ish.
yeah, more or less.
And then we went to bed at about 1:30 because I was playing Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It's really addictive. And
Yeah, and the funny thing is
you can unlock
like,
Waluigi really quickly, so that's like instant win. But
Is
it's
there like a career mode or something?
not in the demo. The demo is just like an online tournament thing.
Okay.
In the release, which comes out end of the month, there will be like a story mode.
Yep.
So we're running quite long, actually. I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock already. So very quickly, what have you guys been watching? Anything at all this week?
Nothing for me, really.
We've been doing a lot of MCM stuff, really. So haven't really had time to watch anything.
One thing I do want to plug, which my sister turned me on to, is it's a podcast.
Oh,
Which, if any of you have ever heard of it, called My Dad Wrote a Porno.
Okay.
So it's this guy who found out that his dad wrote erotic fiction
Of course.
in the shed.
In the shed.
His wife won't let him write.
The shed of shame.
A shed of shame. I love it.
Linda blinked.
yeah.
We're pretty sure
My
he
friend-
doesn't know. No. So we're pretty sure he doesn't know what blinking is. He thinks it's winking. because he keeps putting it in weird situations. But it is the worst written book you have ever read. It's terrible.
Right. Okay.
It's this guy who found out that his dad wrote it, and he gets him and 2 of his friends, and each week reads a chapter to them, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely brilliant because it's the worst book you've ever read. Just the
Okay.
describes things is just completely off the wall. Like, you'll never look at a pomegranate in the same way. Let's go with that.
Oh,
That
But
was
hi.
They do a live show every year. They sort of tour around the country and do a live show.
Yeah.
They just did Liverpool, which my sister went to a few days ago, and she sort of put me on to listening to it. I've been
That is
listening to it for the
so
last
weird.
like 2 or 3 days. I'm already halfway through the first book. It's absolutely. But I'm listening to it like walking to work, and I'm looking like a crazy person because I'm just laughing. I'm laughing while walking to work, and
This doesn't help the fact that we think you can replace.
It's awful.
Yeah, I've been watching the worst thing that I ever watched in my entire life.
I was Avengers.
Adventures Grimm Time Wars. It's basically Adventures, but with Snow White and Beauty, Sleeping Beauty, and yeah, that's the worst thing ever. But imagine like princess acting like adventures.
Okay.
Okay.
Like Red Hood. That no.
It's a film.
Yeah,
It is a film.
a film.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the title. It looks awful.
It's one of those moments where like you're browsing through like your film thing, and you're like,
I was just like,
this looks fun.
It's a 2.8 over 10 at IMDb.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. I was like, yeah, well, why not?
So
Initial release was the 10th of April 2015 in Pakistan.
nice.
And then it went straight to DVD on the 24th of April.
Just wow.
2 days the cinema. Screw it, DVD.
Right. Should we do upcoming events?
Upcoming events. Yep.
So we got Hyper Japan coming on the 13th to the 15th for July 2018. The Olympia. So that should be good.
Week after that is LFCC.
27th to the 29th.
Yep. Again.
Also at the Olympia.
Yep.
Just don't leave.
Yeah.
Pitch your tent.
Yeah. Camp there.
Yeah.
We've also got over that weekend MCM Manchester, so they're moving up there,
So if it's anything like London, it'll be a lot better than last year.
and that's only the Saturday and Sunday though, so there's no Friday date there.
So they
Just
not
the 28th and 29th,
That's sad.
and that's at Manchester Central. We've got RTX, which you're very excited about, Stuart.
Yay!
That's the 15th to 16th of September, back at the EXL in London.
Yep.
They've hired a couple more halls for that, so it should be a
Yes.
little bit bigger, and they've learned some of their lessons from last time, so that should be good.
There are a couple of people from Rooster Teeth at MCM in London. Not there as Rooster Teeth, they were there as a business thing to learn. Of like,
That's
okay,
good.
you guys have been doing this for years and you've got steadily better and better and better. What can we take from you to make RTX better? Like,
Yeah.
because we're using the same space, we're using the same halls. What can we do that you've been doing? So yeah, that's good. They had like Bethany was there and a whole bunch of the events crew came down.
That's good.
It's really good.
And then finally, we got EGX coming the 20th to the 23rd of September at the Birmingham NEC. So yeah, that should be good.
Tons of events. So like I said, EGX. I've always loved EGX. I've always tried to go when I can.
Maybe we'll do Guys' Day up there.
Yeah, we should.
We always keep talking about that. We should do it.
Yeah, maybe not this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Do a Guys' Day. Do a remote cast from EGX.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it for this week.
We got the headline of the week, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hello the Week. Completely missed that. The Google Docs moved.
Right? We're just trying to rush through things, but we can't miss our headline of the week.
So, which ones? We want 1, 2, or 3.
No. Oh, they're all so good.
I like
I personally love 2. I have to say.
I think we should go 2, and then if we're quick, do 3.
2 and 3. All right. So who put 2 in?
So Joe, sadly, who's very, very poorly at the minute, bless her heart, She put 2 in, but we've me and Hoy know about it. So Thameslink put a really interesting tweet out. They basically tweeted that they're very sorry about, like, somebody tweeted them very angry with the service about a train being cancelled. And basically they replied back saying, we're really sorry. You know, we'll try to provide a service more like Ferrero Rocher, but at the minute we're providing a service like Poundland chocolate. So Poundland got back up to them, and it says, I can't even read it. It's really small. There you go. So, dear, I'll quickly read it. Dear Mr. Horton, we couldn't help to notice that your Twitter team has described your failure to provide an adequate service to as Poundland cooking chocolate. Aside from the breach of our trademark, we think you're taking the chocolate biscuit. In the past week, on the introduction of new time labels, your rail company has 1, cancelled hundreds of services, 2, blamed a dog on the line for its delays, and they've linked it so that it's come up, and then 3, secretly cancelled services rather than announce that they've been cancelled, and they posted the link to that. And he goes, frankly, you have no right to use our name to describe your poor service. We've served 8 million shoppers in the past week and didn't have to close any of our stores due to leaves on the roof, the wrong kind of rain, or a shortage of managers. In fact, our Welshpool store flooded recently, and store colleagues stood by the entrance to help customers get their shopping so we could stay open.
That's nice.
We think we've got a pretty good idea of what great customer service is compared to most rail companies. But if we ever fall short, perhaps we should describe ourselves as a bit Thameslink. If you don't want to hear from our extremely twitchy legal team, we suggest you remove your tweets.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like,
and they did.
thing ever.
They got schooled by Poundland. That makes me giggle so hard.
That is such a burn. It's so satisfying.
And they literally wrote back going, dear Poundland, we've removed the offensive tweet. Thank you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh.
So you found number 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
You tweeted me this today.
Yeah. Basically, the rapper Dr. Dre lost his Dr. Dre
Trademark?
Yeah. With a gynecologist.
Gynecologist.
Dr. Dre.
I hope he's not called Dr. Dre and he's a gynecologist. It's awful.
Oh.
Basically, they've been fighting for like 3 years. Because, yeah, there is this guy who is actually a doctor and his name is Dre, but write it differently.
D-R-A-I instead of Dr. Dre, who's D-R-E, and he's not a doctor.
Right.
And then but yeah, they've been fighting like for...
Sorry, I just read, so Dr. Drehan Birch, who's his full name, who has written books such as 20 Things You May Not Know About Your Vagina, goes by a shortened version of his name and appealed against the trademark.
Yeah, because basically Dr. Dre sings about, like, he's more like sexist and stuff. And then is this guy who technically have to work with women and it's not that good. So he loses his name.
Dr. Dre cannot be called Dr. Dre anymore.
Yeah.
Because of an actual doctor called Dr. Dre.
I love it. The world is
I want to know
shining a little bit brighter now.
Like, you would do a Prince and be the artist formerly known as Dr. Dre?
Yeah. So ridiculous.
What is Dr. Dre's real name? That's what I want to know.
It's on top.
That?
It's Anthony. No, it's
Andre Young.
Andre Young, yeah.
So is he just gonna be like Andre Young now? That's just sad.
Yeah. So,
and on that sad little note.
Yep, and on the sad note about Dr. Dre not being Dr. Dre, we shall bid you adieu. Or a Dre.
No.
We're back next week.
We will.
With possibly another E3 heavy one, because we'll have had it'll be midway through E3. We'll have had EA the day before.
Yeah.
I just read Joe's tweet. Joe's message. It's pretty bad. So yeah, we're back next week. Same time, same place.
Same bat channel.
Yep, same channel.
I'm Joe.
Hopefully Joe will be back next week. Like I said, she's feeling a bit under the weather.
Yep. I'm still waiting to do our division recording, but obviously we can't do it with her coughing up a lung. So wait for her to get 100% and we'll be right back on it.
Yep.
Yep.
Now I've got Bobby set up now to record stuff, so we might actually record some stuff together.
Awesome.
Not sure what, but something. So yeah, we'll be back
Like Overwatch.
possibly. Yeah.
Ooh, and stay tuned for the we're doing a Renegade let's play of Detroit Becoming Human.
You got Detroit, didn't you?
Yes, so we're going to do a big let's play, and it should be really, really good fun.
Let's cry in a corner.
Right.
Try not to kill some androids. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See ya!
Bye.